Okay, welcome back to more Divinity. Let's continue where we stopped. So, I want to talk to a couple of people here and figure out if we can find out who killed the sorcerer over there. But first, let's take a look in here. Nothing in the crate.
I know you. I heard you sing once. Before. Out there. Wow.
Wow! You look cool. I like your hair. I like your eyes. I like your colour. I have one too.
I don't think we're going to get anything from these children.
Hey! I know who you are. You're a singer. My mum likes you.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate. They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Let's talk to Fane.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. Finally, he pinches your skin, gently tugging at it.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
All right. Let's just. I'm gonna stare at. Let's stare at him in shock.
I am reading. Is this not evident? My book is in my hands, my face turned away from you. Perhaps my eyes not on the page. Damnable things.
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats the maneuver with the opposite eye.
No, they are working quite adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really.
I think I like this guy. Explain that you want to know why he thought it could touch you like that. Let's ask him who he is.
Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... Well, I am a seeker of knowledge. That is enough. It is pleasurable to meet you.
Okay, has he found much knowledge in there?
Hardly. I've been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Okay, tags, let's see. Tags determine how the world interacts with your party members. Custom characters have race, gender, and professional tags. Origin characters also have their own origin tag. Okay, this is the Los tag. Let's see. Tell him you're pretty sure some stuff has happened at some point. Some events say it continues to do so.
Most unusual. And if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Okay, let's see. Let's see, the gods are forces of nature. They don't have a history.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Yeah, let's push this a little further.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
The Magisters more concerned.
Do you mind? I'm really rather busy.
I think we probably messed something up there.
Really don't know the first thing about sauce.
Okay, so these guys, I heard these guys talking about the death in there. Let's talk
A
some.
broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, Ghetto. You hear that? Your kind always hung closest to our...
Okay, what am I meant to be hearing?
The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
I think we're gonna tell him,
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else.
I'm gonna tell him I don't hear anything unusual.
Then you're not listening hard enough, mate. Go on.
Unacceptable.
Let's ask him exactly what we're supposed to be listening for.
You've got ears on your head, haven't you? You need me to show you how to use them?
Okay, let's listen again.
There now, just like that.
Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than more appetite.
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news.
Okay, let's just say we heard it. What's it supposed to be?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Okay. He must be a sailor. Let's talk about this. He must be a practiced sailor. Let's ask what the figure means to him.
Captain, actually. And that figure tells me we're getting close to the Joy. Close to what lies beyond it, too.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank ye kindly, kiddo.
Let's see, Cock and Eyebrow, if he's hatching an escape plan you want in, say nothing but look him over once before leaving. You may want to find him again inside Fort Joy. Take your leave. Yeah, let's talk about the escape plan.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Like wolves around a campfire.
Okay, he's definitely hatching an escape plan.
You one of them? A divine order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake. I didn't do nothing, okay? It was one of them. One of your people. Human.
I've seen more
Okay,
appetizing things.
so it looks like there's a lot to gain by talking to everyone that you find. Who's Sabine?
An
Okay.
elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
Okay, let's wonder what she's doing.
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate is she deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
If she can decide fates with dice, ask if she can read the future in cow entrails as well. Yeah.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Okay, yeah, let's try this out.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. A dark, dank place. I remember it well. As everyone lay sleeping, you sat in the dark with wakeful eyes, looking rather lovingly at... me! My, aren't you a pretty cup full of sugar and spice?
Okay. Let's say, well, that's exactly right. It seems she's right.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
The woman keeps rolling her dice. She pays you no further notice.
Interesting. gold. Wars are won and lost by it. Bonds are formed and broken for it. Fancy gear is purchased by it. That last one sounds pretty tempting, doesn't it? I'll take the full gold. Okay, I have a feeling I'm gonna spend so much time playing this game. I especially love the fact that it's totally fully voiced. Something that I wish Final Fantasy XIV had done.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Okay, let's move closer to him.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
I shall hold my head steady.
Let me ask him why the Magister suspects him of murder.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Say that I'm still curious about the murder. Did he do it?
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Okay, let's ask what he did to find himself at the mercy of a subordinate.
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
Okay, does he know anything about where we're headed?
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with it.
Yeah, let's say all we care about is surviving Fort Joy.
Not interested in the son of the divine himself? I don't blame you one bit. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You! What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us.
Okay, I'll just tell him my name is Los.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
We're probably gonna regret that.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
There's so much stuff going on this ship.
Keep it quiet long enough for me to listen. Well, well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Your kind always hung closest to our...
Okay, let's see. Mumble through clenched jaws. What on earth is he doing? The nerve slap away his hand hard. I think I'm gonna humor him, and let's see where this leads.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
I'll give you that knuckle if you carry
Okay, Let's tell him that we can actually no. So we cannot. We can hardly tell a turkey from a turnip. Well, let's tell him we can cook. That will probably open up more things.
Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
Okay, let's see. Stick a thumb through one of the holes in your garment. See, these provide cool in the summer. Well, let's tell him we can actually knit.
Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory answer indeed. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
I think I'm gonna say, let's tell him that we're no stranger to combs, powders, and perfumes.
The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. Well, that just about settles it. I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
These lizards. Let's stare at him blankly. He thinks you're his what now?
My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of this honor to sink in. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now shoo!
This guy.
Wolves around a campfire.
Let's take a look here in our journal.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
I wonder why we picked that up.
They're picking us off one by one.
We just skip
Yep,
to the part
I'm
where
gonna
I
take the gold.
reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
Locked.
Trying to hear anyway.
Okay, so to open a locked door or chest, you can find the key. Learn lockpicking or use brute force.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd
Lock
turn up
level
frogs
1.
in the den nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine.
The level of thievery you need to have to
wolves
open
around a
this.
campfire.
How much damage this item can take.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Is that right? I've a few questions for you.
Okay, it looks like we might have,
You are Jill, aren't you?
I ain't saying nothing.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take...
it looks like, looks like them seeing us attacking the door did not go down well.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Let me ask him if he actually cares.
Of course I do. Seems Voidwoe can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it? You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Keep those bolts trained on her. And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking Magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
Wait a minute. Isn't this the lady, the evil lady in the beginning, in the intro? The voice definitely fits.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Let me ask her what she meant by there are others whose lives must end.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she can't source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Crap. Wendigo used Source Blast. What the hell?
What's happened?
I have no idea what happened. What the hell? Alright, I guess, first... let's attack. Okay, that's not working. Okay, first, let's take a look at our journal and see what happened here. Let's see, a fellow sorcerer has been... a fellow sorcerer named Wendigo confessed to the killing. She also implied that we share something in common with her target. Before we could learn more, she somehow triggered a huge explosion. We have to get out of here. It might be wise to find weapons in case there's more dangers ahead. Okay. Okay, we're gonna loot. Nothing there. He has nothing. Okay, hold R2 and point the L in the direction of the equipment panel to open it. Okay, I don't think we can use that yet, but interesting that... Let's get the fish. Let's get the ham. Can we get the bread as well? Okay, we have improvised staff. Grand skill staff of Magnus. Wand, bow. We'll take the bow. Okay. I'm gonna go here to equipment because we grabbed the bow. Let's get a makeshift wand. 5 to 7 air, 5 to 6 physical. No. Okay, we got some armor. Not some armor, some weapons. The display case was empty. Okay, great, we're burning. I think we're gonna... Okay, hotbar. I think this is a resurrection. No, it resurrects allies. This is a... Okay, good. So we used that, and now we don't have it anymore. I'm gonna try to loot this. Okay, an old key. We found a key, and we're gonna take the gold. So it looks like her attack killed everyone down here.
What happened? Must have been the turnips. You dare strike a royal? Ooh.
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness.
Okay, I guess the Red Prince is not.
The lizard.
Yeah, I'll take her gold. So I guess it looks like the place is sinking.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. You can't see if he's living or dead.
Yeah, let's listen for a heartbeat.
You hear a faint thud, thud, thud. He's alive, but only just. The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled. The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor.
Let's see. I was gonna try to pickpocket him, but that may not be a good idea.
Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, you can see green eyes fluttering as if in a nightmare. A low whine escapes his lips.
Let's shake him and try to wake him up.
His eyes flicker open, but he doesn't register your presence at all.
Lucien. Lucien.
Ifan cries out, then his eyes fall closed again. No matter how much you shake him now, he cannot be roused.
Something tells me... Let's open this crate. Let's take the gold. Something tells me the key will open. Yeah, we cannot open this door. I'm gonna try to see if we can open it from the other side, because we picked up a key. Okay, we definitely cannot get in there. I'd have wanted to pickpocket him, but it may have some unintended consequences later.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
Okay, let me take her by the hand and tell her to get up.
Her hand lies limp in yours. She's too weak to stand.
The dice roll darkly. They're rolling for me.
The elf lies motionless, her eyes staring into a nothingness, like death. The elf lies
This thing killed everyone on this floor. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, who is this? This is the Magisters.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
We can't pickpocket.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious.
Okay, that's it. I guess, should we take these stairs? I think I'm gonna take the stairs on the other side. Rather, actually, let me take the stairs right here. I've taken some rope.
Oh, the hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
A leather ball. What happened to the children that were over here? Are they all dead? One other thing is that the elf who was sitting here, the elf who was sitting there is actually gone. He's vanished. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back with more Divinity.